Secrets to building inner strength, helping your teen beat the pressure. Hello everyone. Today I want to share a warm, relatable story about how we can help our kids, those young teens, navigate the pressures of life. This isn't just about the challenges they face, it's about the journey we take as parents and teachers to build their inner strength, helping them step confidently through life's storms. Before we dive in, let's touch on the three main ideas we'll explore together. External pressures, especially from school, can deeply affect a teen's mental health. How kids perceive problems shapes the way they handle those pressures. The role of parents and teachers is to lead by example, guiding kids to foster inner resilience so they can live positively and courageously. Alright, let's get started. Where does pressure come from? Friends, have you ever heard about a student who, overwhelmed by academic pressure, chose to end their life? Every time I come across stories like that, my heart aches. Just try typing suicides due to academic pressure into Google, you'll be shocked. Thousands of results pop up in seconds. Over the years, there have been far too many heartbreaking cases like these. And what's the reason people often point to? Pressure from teachers, parents, and the demands of school. Think about it. Many schools today are chasing achievements, racing to have more top students, higher grades, or even profits. Teachers, under stress from their bosses, sometimes pass that pressure onto kids. Parents, too, wanting their children to excel and get perfect scores, can unknowingly pile heavy expectations onto their kids' shoulders. All this external pressure weighs on our teens, leaving them emotionally drained and sometimes deeply hurt. But here's a question: is external pressure really the whole story? When someone puts pressure on us, don't we have a choice to accept it or let it go? As the Buddha once said, if someone offers you a gift and you don't take it, the gift stays with them. So, who's responsible for how our kids feel? Could it be that they also play a big role in how much pressure affects them? Let's dig deeper into this in the next part. What makes the difference in how teens handle pressure? Here's something to ponder. When faced with the same pressure, why do some kids shut down or even turn to extreme choices, while others stand tall and push through? What sets them apart? I believe it all comes down to how they see the problem. A problem is just a problem, nothing more. But the way we look at it, that's what makes it a problem. If a teen is feeling pessimistic, discouraged, or carrying unhealed wounds, they might see every challenge as a tragedy, a dead end. But if they're optimistic, confident, and full of determination, they'll spot opportunities even in the toughest moments. They see pressure as a chance to grow stronger. You've heard the phrase, forged in fire, right? Some kids come out of pressure tougher and more mature. This difference lies in their mindset. Some teens see things in black and white. Others weigh both the good and the bad. And some take a broader, deeper view. They see things as they are, without letting emotions cloud their judgment. So, when faced with criticism, high expectations from parents, or a tough exam, one teen might give up, while another uses it as fuel to keep going. To me, this is the heart of it. Inner strength, what we might call mental resilience, is what helps kids push back against pressure. When they learn to take responsibility for their emotions, thoughts, and actions, they stop blaming teachers or parents. They find the power within themselves to stand firm. Let's picture this. If a teen thinks, I'm miserable because my parents are pushing me too hard, but they can't change their parents, they'll feel trapped. But if they shift their thinking to, my parents' expectations are their business, what I choose to do, how I feel, that's up to me, they'll find peace. From that peace, they'll discover their own strength. And no challenge will be too big to handle. Don't you think that makes sense? Helping teens grow stronger. Now, let's talk about how we can help our kids build this inner strength. This isn't something that happens overnight, it's a journey. And it takes the loving support of parents and teachers. First and foremost, love your kids unconditionally. Don't just praise them when they ace a test or scold them when they mess up. Listen to them. Let them share their thoughts. Encourage them to solve problems on their own and take responsibility for their choices. Instead of pushing them toward a career or path you want, ask them, what do you love? Who do you want to be? Then, help them set their own goals. Beyond that, teach them that life isn't just about them. We're all connected, people, animals, nature. When kids learn to live for others, to care for their friends, their family, or even the world around them, they find joy and purpose. That's how their inner strength grows. Day by day. I love this image. Picture your child as a surfer riding life's waves. Sometimes the waves are huge. Sometimes they're gentle. There are moments they'll soar to the top. And others when they'll crash, feeling like they're being swept away. But if they're confident and resilient, they'll always find a way to rise again. Success or failure isn't the point. What matters is that they get to live their own life, happy and true to themselves. But here's the thing. If we want our kids to surf life's waves, don't we need to be surfers ourselves first? Every parent wants their child to live freely, joyfully, and at peace. So let's start with us. Let's face our own pressures with strength and calm to show our kids how it's done. When they see us riding life's waves, they'll learn to do the same. You see, inner strength is like a lifeboat that carries our kids through any storm. And we, parents and teachers, are the ones who help inflate that lifeboat with love, understanding, and the example of a life well lived. Let's walk alongside our kids, not just to help them survive but to help them thrive, shining brightly and living fully. Isn't that what we all want for them?